Welcome to Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez. I have an exciting initiative to share with you about two people you are very familiar with, especially if you follow Newsworthy Stories. One is Carter Bonas of Spectrum Golf and his mom, Dr. Thelma Carter, who is a mental health therapist. And what they have going on are farm to table retreats, and there's a way you can get involved in it. Carter Bonas, the teenage CEO of Spectrum Golf, and his mom, mental health therapist Dr. Thelma Carter of the Healing Arts Institute, rolling out the red carpet on their new venture on the west coast of Florida. And they're inviting you to be a part of it.
So today is our first farm to table here at our farm. And we have our biggest supporters, our clients here who are here to experience it with us. All the food that we are consuming today is one ingredient food, all grown here. The bees, the honey is from next door, the eggs, everything except for the chicken and the salmon is here, all of our vegetables, or we got it from our neighbors' farms. So this is one of many farm to tables. I think we're going to do them quarterly just to introduce people to healthy eating.
A royal-style dining table and decorations were laid out for their invitation-only guests, including the Assistant Chief of the Miramar Police Department, who is on the board for Healing Arts.
So Healing Arts is a 501c3 that offers no-cost mental health services right now in all of Broward County. We are extending into Miami-Dade and, of course, other cities, West Palm now, and over here in the West Coast in Fort Myers. And we provide low-cost service to all of Florida. And we provide trauma therapy and life coaching, business, strategic coaching, all things.
This is so amazing. And you know what? It smells so fresh out here. Like clean air, right? I'm like, ooh.
Like the kitchenette will be here. That's the closet, bathroom, and then the sleeping area.
Like a little retreat getaway for the people that come.
Just a little, like the overwater bungalows.
Uh-huh.
That's what these are, my little bungalows.
Oh my gosh, only Thelma, boy. If she dreaming, she will build it.
So we have our first cabin built out here, and we will have four for retreat space for you to come and stay the weekend, the week, however long you need to rejuvenate. In addition to that, we're building a kitchen. So chef will have his own kitchen out where he'll cook for the bungalows, and you'll have, again, still farm to table, your own personal chef while you're here, teaching you how to cook healthy, teaching you how to pick what you want. Half the time, I don't even cook it. I come out here, I get it, I eat it before I get back in the house, and that's my meal. So just teaching you how you can live off of the land.
This land in Punta Gorda, Florida, will be used by each Carter and Dr. Carter for unique experiences, both centered around health. For Carter's guests, this place will be known as Carter's Spectrum Farm. Are you doing this for the stick?
Yes, and to feed the goat. That's the good thing about it.
Are you going to create a spear?
I like throwing them.
And for Dr. Carter, her guests will be invited to Dr. Carter's Farm to Table retreats with a personal chef curating masterful meals.
So this is one of the Jamaican native plants that we found.
This is sorrow.
And I come out here and I eat these leaves all the time.
Also known as Jamaican hibiscus.
So when these open,
Yeah, because they're
And
little
you-
young, they're closed right now, but they open up, and then the seeds you can use and propagate. You can plant more if you want and have a sorrel patch. So I grew up in Jamaica, and I spent all my summers with my grandfather in the rural section of Jamaica, little town, little
Now, joining us to talk more about the Dr. Carter's Farm to Table retreats and Carter's Spectrum Farm is Dr. Carter herself. Dr. Carter, tell us about this incredible initiative and how people can get involved and really what inspired it.
Thank you, Jacqueline. So, first, what inspired the farm to table events? I'm going to have to say is Carter and I's life change, eating healthier, making that decision to fix some health problems that Carter had developed due to what I'd like to say is me, right, not feeding him the best options out there. And he always says, "Don't say that," but I say it because when you don't know, you really don't know, and when you know, you do better. So, uh, as we incorporated only eating one ingredient foods into our lives, that's something that we've strived to share with other individuals. Not only how to eat them, but how to make them taste well and taste great, if you will, because that's a lot of times why we eat the wrong things, right? Because they taste great. So when we partnered with Chef Pat, he is able to make healthy food taste like it's not healthy. So you had a chance to be there at the farm and experience the food that was there. So I'll ask you how you felt about that long, extensive uh, menu that we had. And again, that was just to show that things can still be healthy and taste great as well. So we know that a lot of people don't have the same access that we have. And with Carter working with some of the different local foster care systems, we wanted to have a space where the children could come and learn about farming, learn about self sustainability, learn about growing your own food on a larger scale than what we currently have in our backyard in Coral Springs. Um, so that's what that space is for. And the cabins there will be able to be utilized to come and have a day retreat, 1 day up to 30 days, individuals to detox from foods, and just have a have exposure to a healthier lifestyle. So we are very excited to be in the process, I should say, of being approved as a healthy field trip site for children to get that exposure.
Which is fantastic, right? Because it's more than a field trip, right? It is an experience. And as you said, not only the food tasted good, but it looked good. It was appetizing. I mean, when you went down to the buffet, unless you knew what those meatballs were, you thought what you were going to bite into was a meatball for sure. It 100% looked like a meatball, but it was completely different. And I made the mistake of asking Carter to serve me, and he put like I don't know how many meatballs. I was like, "Wow!" on my plate, but he did a great job. Dr. Carter, talk to us about your transformation, even in this process, and how you have felt, and so we can actually understand what it's doing for your mindset because you're experiencing the change.
Yes. So I guess it was about 2 years ago now, or forgive my timeline because it's like time is collapsing around me. I don't, it could have been yesterday, but Carter was diagnosed, unfortunately, with type 2 diabetes. And I was, right, one number away, whatever that is, pre diabetic, right? So,
Really, I didn't know that.
yeah, yes.
I didn't know that.
So, I knew that I had to make a lifestyle change for Carter and myself. So a lot of times we don't take accountability. I can say that I'm one of those people who harshly takes accountability. And I say harshly because the first thing I told myself is that I'm killing my kid,
Oh man.
right? And was I? Yeah, yeah, I was. Yeah, I was, Jacqueline. I didn't mean to, but I was. Right? So there's the term killing people with kindness, whatever you want to call it. But I didn't have that intention. However, I was by allowing him to indulge in everything that I allowed him to indulge in, even though I knew it wasn't healthy for him or the best choices. So, a lot of times as a trauma therapist, I've worked with families and had to say those exact same words to their kids as people enable their kids, right? When they know, especially working in substance abuse, you want your kid to be happy. You want to give them the $20. You want to give them the $100. You want to give them whatever they're asking you for because you want to make them happy. And how do you not give them the thing that they're asking for when you know, in essence, it's bad for them and could potentially kill them? So I've had to have those hard conversations with families to say, look, don't give your kid the $20. Don't do it. And then they say, well, then they're going to do something crazy to get the $20. Right. So it's that whole mindset of how do we stop enabling and how do we help our kids? Luckily for me, Carter was only 12 at the time. So I said, look, I live in America, right? The place where you only have until your child turns 18
Mm.
to control your child, right? Because at 18, the law tells them you don't have to listen to your parent anymore. You can do whatever you want to do because you're 18,
Right.
right? So I said, I have 6 more years of control, 6 more years. So what am I going to teach him in those 6 years? So I came home, I threw away everything in the house, and I said, we're going to eat healthy and you're going to eat it or you're not going to eat it.
You're not going to eat, right? That's more like it.
Yeah.
I
And,
I kind of know that story, but on a different level.
right. So when all he was presented with healthy choices, he would eat the food and then say, I didn't know this tastes good. I didn't know this was that. And then some things, oh, well, he didn't like it, but he didn't have a choice and he was hungry. So he had to change his palate, if you will, right? So we did that, right? Cold turkey. And again, I have the best primary care physician because I won't take credit for everything
Hmm.
because one of the best things that I've heard my clients say about me when they refer people to me, Jacqueline, is that so and so told me that no matter what, you're going to tell the truth. You're going to be blunt. You don't play around and you're going to tell them like it is. And that's how my primary care is because she, in essence, said the same thing too, right? And maybe I'll give you her referral, not her referral, I'll give you her information so she can possibly be on your podcast because she told me the same thing, right? You're slowly killing them.
Hmm.
And it took someone to tell me what I tell people to get me and Carter in check.
Well,
So
you guys, you know what though, but doctors can say whatever they want to say, and how many times do people not necessarily listen, right? As somebody said, partial obedience is no obedience at all, right? At the end of the day. So what I have seen is that you and Carter, not only did you say you were going to do it, you actually did it. And that was just like watching you guys just, disappear, and transform. And as you say, people are always asking you how you do it and how you did it. And yeah, if someone sells you what you're saying, that might be one reason, but still, even when people are faced with, you're killing yourself, or whether it's yourself or you're somebody else, or they still don't do it. And both of you did. And so give yourself some credit for not only doing it, but now what are you doing? You're doing these farm to table retreats to help people that need coaching, you know, to actually get to where you were able to do based on a diagnosis.
Yes, and I'm glad you said that because it has been about a 2-year journey now. And in the first year, we got our results, right? So after a year, I lost 100 pounds. Carter
Yes.
lost 40 pounds. We turned into completely different people, right? Right now, I'm wearing one of Carter's shirts that's too small
Woo!
for him, right? So it feels good to get Carter's too small clothes. And I haven't had to shop in a long time, but not everybody is able to do it. So after that first year, and everybody's saying, okay, well, let's see if it's going to come back. Is it one of those fad things? Right. I have clients who come to me who are taking the GLP-1s and they still aren't losing weight and they're still, right, all of these things, and they're exercising and nothing is happening. And they always ask me, right, what is it? What is it? Is it this or is it that? Is it right? And they give me this whole long list of things, and they're like, right, which one do I choose? And I just smile and say, it's all, because you have to eat right, you have to stay active, you have to do mindset, you have to meditate, you have to have a support system, you have to have all those things in place in order to be successful, because there is so much temptation out there that you really can't succeed without the main thing, which is accountability and discipline. So, as much as I have the discipline, there are times, at times, I don't have the discipline where Carter will remind me, oh, you can't eat that. And I'm like, really? Really? So, having someone that's going to help you and again be honest and still come from a place of love, right? Not make you feel bad, not shame you. And so that's what we want to provide, because my clients are asking, everybody I meet is asking, Carter's friends are asking, and we can share it with you. But it's one thing to tell you what we did, and then there's another thing to say, here, come here, let us show you so you can experience it.
And it's more fun.
It is more fun.
It was
And
a
now,
lovely day out there, I have to admit. And I I would like to also talk about the logistics, okay? Because you're not there yet, so we need to make our retreat space. What is it that you need to make it ready for the people to come? I mean, I know there will be
well,
different.
the first thing I'm going to say is, of course, financial support. So, um, a lot of people watching this are probably going to say, who's Dr. Carter? So, I think we should probably pivot and start there. So, even a lot of times, even though you're making healthy decisions and choices, not everybody's going to be happy for you. And I'm actively in the middle of a divorce, and I would like to say that it's the best thing that's happened for me as well as him. Because if two people are happy, they should definitely go do what makes them happy. And so that's the space that I'm in. Um, I've been told that I'm too ambitious, right? Carter's too ambitious. We need to relax and be right. Can I be a normal wife? Can Carter be a normal kid? And the answer is no, right? So the answer is no. So Carter and I are doing this alone, as a unit with great support systems. So I don't want to say that like, oh, we're all no. We have you as a great support system, Jacqueline, and Ernie Els. Right, Ernie Els is behind Carter and helping him uh, through this tough time. Right, because divorce is hard for a kid because they don't understand. So we still have our support systems. We have William McCormick at Florida Memorial, right? I can name a whole bunch of people, Sandy McDonald, everybody, in, including you, who are there supporting us. And um, what the farm needs to help it grow are like minded individuals who have the resources to invest, who are looking for space. So our goal is to build out um, 6 cabins. So there's opportunities where you can invest in the cabin and then that cabin be named after you, right? Similar to universities. And then there are ways for investors to invest in and get a return on their money, and that can look like whatever it looks like for them. There are partnerships where Chef Pat is having a cabin built out that is just going to be a space where he cooks. So there's opportunity for different brands to facilitate that kitchen for him and have that all of their appliances there in that space. So there's so many ways, and if none of those ways work, the best way you can support us is to come and experience, come and see what that experience is like, and then share your experience. Because again, we know you're going to have a great experience. You're going to walk away with lots of information. Everybody walked away with vegetables, plants, trees, just a wealth of
And
knowledge.
education.
Yes,
Because
a wealth,
we talked about all the plants that grow naturally on the property already, you
yes.
know.
So I can't wait to get back there. I can't go back until probably next week because Carter and I have so much stuff to do, right? And it's hard, right? Because Broward is our home. Everything is here, our home. And we love going over there too. So, but again, I can't wait to get back there because I have to, because my sorrow flowers or pods are opening. So I
Right,
got to
right.
get there to get the sorrow, to make sorrow for everybody for Christmas. So, yes, it's just an amazing space, and you got to experience it for yourself.
So they can reach you at healingartssfl.org. And
Yes,
if you look across, we've been running this ticker along the bottom of the screen. So make sure that you go and check out, reach out to her, ask her the questions, give her, you might even have some insight on how to start a retreat, what you can do first, to get her up and running to the areas that she needs to go. So I know originally, I don't know if it's still happening, but Carter loves golf, and I'm sure he's going to try and build some kind of golf course over there somehow. But there's a number of things that that land can be used for, but all for the good. Is there something you want to share that people you think really need to know about, or you want them to understand most about the farm to table retreats, or just anything?
No, just that Carter and I have our space. This is truly a space for us to share with the world what we're doing. And we are still going to be going into the Broward County schools as we do. We still have some farms in some of the schools here that have allowed us that space and that access. So that's not going to change. So you don't have to go all the way to Punta Gorda to experience it. We can come into the schools. We're open to coming into homes. We've met a great partner here in Broward County as well, and we're going to have one of Carter's, well, one of my podcasts. From she has a small little fourth of an acre property, right? But she has hundreds of trees. She has
Wow.
hundreds of herbs. So people are doing it local and finding a way. So we're finding our tribe, as you will, as people learn about us. And she's a nurse, and her name is Andrea. So there's nothing that's growing on her farm that, well, everything that is growing in her backyard, I should say, um, she's healing people,
Mm.
alternative medicine type, and I'll give you her contact information, Jacqueline, too. So
I'm gonna wait till you go and interview her, and then I'll do the behind the scenes of that interview, and then we can do that story
yeah,
together, right?
yeah,
So,
so yeah, that's my biggest takeaway, right? You can have a herb garden, you can have whatever in your kitchen, in your backyard, and on your balcony. So that's just our goal to, and you know, Jacqueline, it's always harder for me when you say what's next, because there is no one right way, one step for what's next. Because if I say this is what you need to do and then you can't do that, you're like, oh, that's not for me. That's absolutely not true. The next step is going to be different for everybody. So as you said, they just need to reach out. My office manager will get them to me. And then until I learn what you have, what are your resources, what are your right, what are you, because I can't tell everybody to grow this, because you may have a different condition you need to grow, right? So reach out. We will have those consultations. We will find out what you need and how we can plug you into a place that's close to you, and until we can build that place for you to have everything that you need. So I think that's it. Just reach out. And again, my cell phone is there, guys. So just know that, give me grace and patience, because I'm not one of those people. I don't have a Google number. I don't have any of that stuff, right? So you get actually me. It may take you a long time to get me because I'm busy doing things, but texting me is the best way. Emailing me at drthelmacarter@gmail is a great way to reach out to me as well. But we're accessible. You just got to reach out.
and they are formidable. I love this, my dynamic duo, as I've called them for years now. Um, they are fighters, boy. Can I tell you, both of them, true fighters. And so you will make it through this one, and then it'll be a part of your testimonial, as you go forward. But I tell you, Dr. Carter, I'm very excited about what you're doing, because I know that it will go hand in hand with the mental health therapy that you're already doing. But you're not just telling people about something, you're actually living it. And to me, I think that's the best expertise and experience that you'll have to offer, is that you're actually living it. And I think that even in your present circumstance, you're going to be able to use that and help other people who are experiencing what you're experiencing. And even Carter, to be able to talk to children who are experiencing what he's experiencing, but he'll be able to do that and use that on the farm as well. So I know whatever happens will be great, and I'll be there. following your every move, as I have. Gosh, since probably 2020, 2021, I think. We are, uh, we're family now, right? That's what we keep saying. And so I'm looking forward to this next venture, but I needed you guys to know about it, and I need you to respond. And I know so many people who can actually help Dr. Carter and know what to do with the soil, know what to do with the building, know how to, there's so many people that I know that can help you. So I'm glad we could take this time today to just share a little bit about what those who came uh, the other day to be able to experience that retreat style and what you're doing and help you grow this vision because you're not doing it by yourself. And that is the truth. You have an awesome support system, you and Carter. Okay. So you're not doing it by yourself, but we just need to, if we do it together, it'll be more affordable for us all.
Yeah, and like you say, support is in so many different ways.
Oh, I'll tell you what, and I'm just saying this is the last thing I'm going to say, is even posting the tease about this particular story coming up. I've already received a response, and I have to tell you, it's from somebody we don't even know. And it was in the philanthropy space because, I drop my stories in so many different groups, but it was in the philanthropy group that had to do with it. She was somebody who works in environment. And so that's somebody you will be able to follow up with already. So already working it out. You know who. It's bigger than us.
Oh yes, it's
Okay.
already done, Jacqueline. It's already done.
Already done. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing, Dr. Carter. We'll keep you posted on what's happening next. Carter Bonas, the teenage CEO of Spectrum Golf, and his mom, Dr. Carter, making it into Jamaica with some much-needed supplies and donations. They're helping the Montego Bay Autism Center after it was severely damaged by Hurricane Melissa.
No electricity, so everything has to be cleaned out.
Thank you. Carter, I thank you so much for your labor of love, for your dedication to our students and our parents, our staff, in helping them to bring their life back together after Hurricane Melissa. It was a horrible hurricane, and the little that you have supported and done is going to go a long way, and I'm sure that they're always going to remember it. So I thank you so much for your labor of love. Yes?
Thank you. I just wanted to do my best.
Amen. It's one of my lovely parents. How are you doing? And the lovely babies. I'm going to open the door.
Good morning.
So they're right there, and you put it like a plywood, but you can see the different holes, right?
Yes.
Look at your desk. Oh, hard. Oh.
Carter, who is on the autism spectrum, along with the director of the center, sorting out the supplies and creating bags to hand out and share with the families from the center.
So, what is it you think you will need?
Oh, well, right now, what I would need is just basically, well, my husband is currently out of work because he works with tourism, and yes, so now it's just one salary.
And where do you work?
I work with Ministry of Health.
Okay.
Right, and right now it's in touch and go with Ministry of Health too because some of our analyzers got damaged, so we are on and off. Can't really offer the service as we used to, so we're still trying to find our feet technically. So everything is right now they turn it upside down. That's how bad it is. As I said, because the light and all of the stuff that is impacted by light and water and water
And
is
light.
right.
You have light?
No light, no water. But I mean, we function without the light. But that the water, the children, bathroom, all of that stuff. That's the critical part.
So what do you have?
Alright, thank you. There are some things that money can't buy. And when you make a difference in somebody's life, that's absolutely priceless.
Last year, Carter visited the Montego Bay Autism Center during his first trip to Jamaica. When he heard about the damage, he wanted to help and created this video.
Hello, I'm Carter Bonas, and I'm reaching out with a full heart asking for your help supporting the Montego Bay Autism Center. As you may know, I went there last year and I love the way they support the kids of Montego Bay who have autism. And Mrs. Adama and her staff are some of the most caring people I've seen. We will be traveling there on the end of November to provide direct assistance to the children and staff who were deeply affected by the recent hurricane. The school suffered significant damage and they are in urgent need of supplies and funding to restore their classroom, roof, and playground. Please directly donate to my website, www.carterspectrumgolf, or you can go to their website below. All donations will go directly to the Montego Bay Autism Center for the rebuilding of their facility. Thank you so much again for your consideration and outgoing generosity and standing with us in this mission to bring light, hope, and healing to the children